What's good, Rangers? It's your boy Rain, and today we're going to be watching, reacting, and reviewing the 2001 film, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Now, I'm extremely excited for multiple reasons. For one, I've never seen this movie before, so I'm glad I'm finally able to watch this. I'm assuming, maybe not, you guys might have seen my Hobbit reactions. Essentially, I know The Lord of the Rings is a huge franchise, extremely popular franchise. The three movies are in like the top 15 of IMDb's top 100. The third one is number 6. The second one is like number 12. The first one, which is this one, I think is number 9, something like that. So that's extremely elite, prestigious territory right there that I'm excited to jump into. I'm hoping these are better than the Hobbit movies. Back to what I was saying before, you might have seen my Hobbit reactions, and how I like to do things is watching them in timeline order. So even though the Hobbit movies came well after the Lord of the Rings, when I looked up the best way to watch the Lord of the Rings in timeline order, it said to watch the Hobbit first. And I saw at least 1 or 2 of those movies in theaters when they came out, but I remembered nothing, so I was excited to watch those. And to be honest, they were a little disappointing. I expected a lot better from them, and I was kind of surprised. I thought when I saw them, I liked them, even though I don't remember anything from them. But rewatching it now that I'm older and more wise and can better understand what I'm watching, they disappointed me drastically. So I'm hoping that I like The Lord of the Rings. I can totally imagine if I don't like it, a horde of people coming to me in the comments saying that I'm uncultured or something like that, and I'm just terrible. So I'm hoping I like it, but to be honest, I'm giving you my authentic reaction as always. Needless to say, if I don't like it, you'll be the first to know. Before we jump into it, if you love watching movies as much as I do, and if you get energized by watching other people's reactions like I do, or if you just want to show me your support, I highly recommend you check out my channel. I have over 700 movies I'm interested in watching. I just need your help telling me what to prioritize. And if you're really enjoying my reactions and you want to see my full-length reaction, I highly recommend you check out my Patreon link down below. More to discuss at the end, but for now, let's lay back, kick our feet up, maybe grab some popcorn, and let's get into it. A Wingnut Film Productions.
The world is changed. I feel it in the water.
I'm really excited to learn more about the ring. I know I watched The Hobbit and I was like confused on what the powers and drawbacks of the ring were. It looks like you could be invisible and they can't feel you with the ring. They can't see you with the ring. But the dragon was able to sense him even though he had the ring. So wondering what I know my questions and when I was watching The Hobbit was, why not just wear it all the time? What are the drawbacks? What are the cons of wearing it? So hoping they get into that. And how the ring was created, of course.
The forging of the great rings. 3 were given to the elves, 7 to the dwarf lords.
I'm already wondering why they're not even.
9 rings were gifted to the race of men who above all else.
Like why 3 for elves, 7 for hobbits, or dwarves, and 9 for, I guess, humans?
All of them deceived, for another ring was made. Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret into this ring. He poured and his will to dominate all life.
So they're really jumping into the backstory of the ring. That's what's up.
One ring to rule them all.
So this must be interesting watching this for the first time before the Hobbit movies even came out.
But there were some who resisted, marched against the armies of Mordor. They fought for the freedom.
I'm low-key scared, I ain't gonna lie. I know it's not like a scary movie, but I'm like low-key like, oh damn, again, like a little, ooh, heebie-jeebies kind of thing. It's also cool seeing the people that I saw in The Hobbit, even though that these movies are filmed like 10 years earlier.
But the power of the ring.
That man looks huge. So does the ring like expand depending on how big you are? Does it fit like one size fits all kind of thing? I ain't gonna lie, you build different if you seen everybody easily getting folded by this person and you still pull up on them trying to fight.
Sauron, the free peoples of Middle-earth, was defeated.
I guess it's kind of smart not touching the ring directly. I'm just built different. I would have touched it immediately like a dumbass.
Of men are easily corrupted, and the ring of power has a will of its own.
I always thought it was pretty fire holding a ring on Damn, bro skedaddled when he could have kept the ring on.
It betrayed
everybody's ass. It betrayed.
To his death.
Just dropped it. I thought he just dropped it like a dumbass. But he said he betrayed it, so.
History became legend. Legend became myth. The ring passed out of all knowledge. When chance came, it ensnared a new bearer.
I figured it was this person, because I knew he dropped in the water, and
Took
Gollum
him
had
deep into the tunnels of
water
the
in his
misty
tunnels.
mount. It consumed him.
I'll never forget, my aunt told me I looked like Gollum.
The ring brought to Gollum unnatural long life. Gloom of Gollum's cave, it waited, and the ring of power perceived. It abandoned Gollum by the most unlikely creature imaginable.
A ring.
Okay, so it looks like they switched actors, obviously. What happened to this guy that they had to switch actors? That's pretty cool how they remade it for The Hobbit.
When Hobbit will shape the fortunes of all.
All right, so I'm wondering. They keep saying the ring is abandoning people. Does it have a mind of its own? Does it make you live longer? It said Gollum lived longer than expected, or like he was supposed to, like 500 years. So, like, what power is? I'm intrigued. Let's get it popping. I'm also curious on what scenes I'm gonna see that are part of the extended version and not the regular version, since I won't be able to tell. The Fellowship of the Ring. That's one thing I learned about the Lord of the Ring franchise in general. They always show the title of the movie like well into the movie.
A Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins. Where to begin?
I really hope I like this franchise. I'm not gonna lie.
Hobbits.
And Gandalf, I hope he's actually cool. That man was nothing in The Hobbit.
Tend to ignore and be ignored. Middle-earth being, after all, hobbits must seem of little importance, nor counted among the very wise.
Oh, I thought he was gonna taste it. I'm not gonna lie.
Someone at the door. In fact, only real passion is for food and the smoking of pipeweed. For all hobbits share a love of things that...
There's a new Lord of the Rings that came out that's like a prequel to the Hobbit movies in theaters, and I chose not to watch it because I wasn't really sure what it was, the relevance of it was. But when I was looking up the order again to confirm timeline, apparently that's a prequel to the Hobbit. Like, I didn't know that until I saw that.
Simple life.
I thought it might have been like after this trilogy. I guess I can watch it if I want to, but it's basically at its end of being in theaters. There's barely any times remaining, so. Imagine someone's knocking on a door, and then your parents yell out the window because you didn't open the door. Like, bro, if you don't just open the goddamn door yourself, you're already yelling out the window. I recognize him from the cover. I am familiar with his face. Is that Gandalf?
You're late.
A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he means to.
I'm gonna start saying that. Frodo kind of looks like Daniel Radcliffe just a bit.
So how is the old rascal?
He's got the whole place in an uproar, and the rest of them are turning up anyway.
So life in the Shire goes on, with change coming slowly, if it comes at all. There's always been a Baggins under the hill.
To tell you the truth, Bilbo's been a bit odd lately. He spends hours and hours poring over old maps.
The ring. That betrayed you. See, I'm wondering if the ring has a mind of its own, if it abandons people on purpose, like it wants to leave them, and if so, when does it decide, and why does it decide?
All right, then, keep your secrets. Before you came along, we Bagginses were very well thought of.
If you're referring to the incident with the dragon,
Fairly
a
well.
little nudge out of the door.
See, this is kind of cool. I ain't gonna lie. Like you would have never imagined that the Hobbit movies came out after, because of how seamlessly so far it seems like they did with integrating it into this franchise. And I know there's the Hobbit books as well. I wonder if that came out before or after the Lord of the Ring books. I feel like it might have been after, but I have to actually check to know. Not too familiar with this franchise in general, so I try to do as little research as possible so that way I don't get any spoilers of any sort.
I'm glad you're back.
Oh, my dear boy.
Yeah, I can't imagine watching this without the Hobbit. Like, it's so cool. Like, I'm so glad you're back. So am I. So am I. Oh, the dragon. Yeah, I was barely involved for that. Like, imagine like hearing him say that without watching the Hobbit movies. That's strange. Like, not having that context. Like, it's like, did they always plan for there to be Hobbit movies at that point?
No, thank you.
And what about very old friend? Good to see you.
Come on, come in. Welcome, welcome.
Just tea, thank you.
He's gonna hit his head. Or crawl. I guess that's what it's called, right? When I was saying walk on your knees, I meant like stand upright or knee upright. Crawl is kind of like when you go on all fours, right? So, I guess I wasn't totally wrong.
Just tea, thank you.
I'm not at home. It's the Sackville Bagginses. They're after the house. Got to get away from these confounded...
So is he living longer again because of the ring?
I want to see mountains again, and then find somewhere quiet where I can finish.
I guess Gandalf did mention his age on site, right? So yeah, it has something to do with age.
All the arrangements are made.
Frodo suspects something.
Not some block-headed brace girdle from Hardbottle. Yes, yes.
He's very fond of you.
He'd probably come with me if I asked him. The woods, the fields. I'm old, Gandalf, but I'm beginning to feel it in my heart. Butter scraped over too much bread. In fact, I mean not to. Hold the finest weed in the South Farm. This will be a night to remember.
They about to get bent. Okay, so it's his birthday.
Go on, Sam. Ask Rosie for a dance.
Where do I know
Just
Sam
have
from?
another ale.
Was his name Sam in there too? Or is it Bob?
They're all arguing amongst themselves whether it be turned on us. Oh, they spent so much time arguing that turned them all to stone.
Another reference to The Hobbit. I'm glad I watched it. This is more magic than he's done in the Hobbit movies combined. And it's probably not even magic. It's probably just the regular fireworks.
I've been productive.
Hey, yo.
Get this. Quickly hide. Oh, thank you, my boy.
What's the point of getting the ring if all you need to do is cover your face a quarter of the way and you hidden?
Very selfish. You went after your mother and father died, but it wasn't out of charity. But the one Baggins that showed real spirit. The point is, Frodo, you'll be all right.
Oh.
Stairs in the ground. That was your idea.
That was good. Let's get another one.
Mary Addock Brent. I might have known.
He was like, you wasted my best one.
Today is my 111th birthday. 71 years is far too short. Excellent and admirable hobbits. If you have as well as I should like.
So I wonder how long the average lifespan for a Hobbit is.
I have things to do.
I've put this off for far too long.
I regret to announce this is the end. Bid you all a very fond farewell.
Man couldn't finish his speech, then do that low key. Like, watch him go to his house where they all would expect him to go. Well, I guess maybe they wouldn't imagine. I know people do. I guess that would be the first place I check, at least.
I
Gandalf.
suppose you think that was terribly clever. There are many magic rings in this world. Them should be used lightly.
Would each one have their own powers? I know that one's supposed to be like the master one, apparently, that controls all or something like that, but I wonder if the other ones have unique abilities.
2 eyes.
I'm leaving everything to him.
What about this ring?
Cat.
It's in an envelope over there on the mantel. Wait, it's... Okay.
So,
Isn't that odd now?
they genuinely think he put it there? Like, did he actually do it, and then he came back into his pocket? Because they didn't show us him ever leaving it.
Is that so hard?
Well, no. And yes. And I found it. It came to me.
There's no need to get angry.
It's mine.
I think you've had that ring quite long enough. Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap trick. I'm trying to help you. All your long years, we've been friends. Let it go.
You're right, Gandalf. The ring must go to Frodo. It is time.
Bilbo, the ring is still in your...
I'm saying, like, bro, you said all that, did nothing with the ring.
Yes.
So is Frodo gonna come in
I
and
thought up an ending for my book.
Frodo gonna walk in the door and find on the floor and pick it up?
And he lived happily ever after the end of his day.
And I'm sure you will, my dear friend.
So I was gonna say this earlier, but I was waiting for like a good time to say this. When he started sounding like Gollum, I wonder if Gollum was a Hobbit or... I don't think so, because they mentioned once the Hobbits got the ring, that's when they became different, like more elevated as a group, I guess, in society. I was curious on like if Gollum was once like a Hobbit, for example, and a ring eventually turned him into Gollum. I was about to say, what if the ring isn't there no more? Went back into his pocket. Ring right there.
He's gone, hasn't he? I didn't think he'd really do it.
He's gone to stay with the elves, along with all his possessions. The ring is yours now.
So do everyone else know what the ring does? Like all the other hobbits, like Frodo?
Some things that I must see to.
What thing?
Questions that need answers.
You've only just arrived.
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
Something I forgot to mention in the intro about this frame that I'm excited for. One of the first things I thought about since it accepts videos is somehow getting like the Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Sirius Black newspaper thing, flyer, whatever you want to call it, and trying to put it there and get it to move. That'd be really sick if I could find that. And then kind of similarly for Harry Potter, I guess the Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2, getting the Harry Potter number one undesirable, something like that. That'd be pretty cool too.
Here follows the account of Isildur. It shall be an heirloom of my kingdom.
So this ring in size.
The band begin to fade. A secret now that only fire.
I like how they have dogs. So is this like in the past or is this current? I think it's current.
Baggins is around here. They're all up in Hobbit. That way.
Oh, he a op. I don't blame you, bro. That looked creepy as hell.
Come on, go beer and save this tour.
Others of a less than savory nature. War's brewing.
You're beginning to sound like that old Bilbo Baggins. None of our concern what goes on beyond our borders. Good night. Sweet.
Boy, mind who you're sweet to. Rosie knows an idiot when she sees one. Does she?
When your house is sketchy like this, is it safer to leave your door open or closed?
Is it secret? Is it safe?
Ah.
Try not even.
Hold out your hand.
Oh, I guess not.
Can you see anything?
There's nothing. There were markings. Some form of Elvish. I can't read it.
One ring to rule them all. This is the one ring, taken by Isildur in the hand of Sauron himself.
So did Gandalf not know that?
Lay quiet in Bilbo's keeping, delaying old age. Evil is stirring and more. The ring has awoken.
But he was destroyed. Sauron was destroyed.
So did Gandalf not know that was the ring? He just assumed it was like one of the other powerful rings, but not the ring?
His life force is bound to them, and the ring survives. Sauron needs only this ring. He must never find it.
Keep it hidden. We never speak of it again.
There is one other who knew that Bilbo had the ring, but the enemy found him first.
But that would lead them here.
So is Gollum dead? Because why do I remember seeing Gollum? Did I like...
Take it!
No, Frodo.
I'm giving it to you!
Did my aunt call me Gollum when Hobbit came out? I don't... No, it couldn't have been. No, it couldn't have been. 'Cause I saw the Hobbit when it came out in theaters.
Understand, Frodo.
I think
This
no
ring from a desire to do good.
Gollum must not be dead then if she compared me to him. I don't know. Not a big
Wield
deal.
power too great and terrible to imagine.
Must I do? Where do I go?
Get out of the Shire.
What about you?
I'll be waiting for you. You'll know what to do. But that name is not safe.
I can cut across country easily enough.
I was hoping there wasn't a hole in his pocket.
Get out. Have you been eavesdropping?
I ain't been dropping no eaves. Please, Mr. Gandalf, sir,
Bro,
don't hurt
everything.
me.
The agents of the Dark Lord will be drawn to its power. The ring is trying to get back to its master.
So is it ever gonna go into the lore of the ring, explaining like its powers and like how it has a mind of its own, or like how it's connected to the master? Or are we, at this point, are we supposed to just take it for what it is?
This is it.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers in the back.
If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home. Come on, Sam. Remember what Bilbo used to say?
You step onto the road if you don't keep your feet.
It actually looks pretty good. But it did have pigs earlier, so I guess that makes sense.
Wood elves. They're going to the harbor beyond the White Towers. They're leaving Middle-earth, never to return. It makes me sad.
So are they all dead or something?
Shut your eyes. Imagine you're back in your own bed, a soft mattress, and it's not working, Mr. Frodo. I'm never gonna be able to sleep out here.
Mr. Frodo, ain't that your boy? Why you calling him Mr. Frodo?
Smoke rises from the mountain of doom. My old friend, you are sure of this?
Beyond any doubt, these long years, it was in the Shire.
He cannot yet take physical form. His spirit has lost none of its potency. You know of what I speak, Gandalf. You know this? Huh. I have seen it.
Y'all looking into the camera like, what the hell?
Why should we fear to use it? We do not know who else may be watching. Sauron's forces are already moving. They cross the River Isen on Midsummer's Eve. They've reached the Shire. They will find the ring. Kill the one who carries it.
Blowing its cover.
That a hobbit could contend with the will of Sauron against the power of Mordor. There can be no victory. We must join with Sauron.
Thank you. I need Gandalf to do something.
Aiding me willingly.
Hey, yo, what the hell? Bro, breakdancing. I know the movie just started, and I don't want to be on Gandalf's ass again. I was already on his ass during the Hobbit series. But just know I'm concerned.
Mr. Frodo? Frodo? Frodo! It's just something Gandalf said. What did he say? Don't you lose him, Samwise Gamgee. Possibly happen.
It's Frodo Baggins.
Hello, Frodo. Get off. Look at this. Hold it.
Make sure you got your ring, bro.
And those 3 bags of potatoes that we lifted last week clearly overreacted.
I think I've broken something.
Just because you don't see it, don't mean you're not on it. You probably still on the crap.
A shortcut. Shortcut to what?
Mushrooms.
I think we should get off the road. Get off the road!
Is that fog coming in? I hope they're used to seeing bugs, and that's not just disgusting to me. It's just like it's normal to them. Because if it's disgusting to them too, they're beat.
What was that?
That Black Rider was looking for something.
Get down! Sam and I must get debris.
Huckleberry Ferry, follow me.
At least like, yeah, right. He's right here. Hope they all 4 make it. Yeah, that's kind of smart. Going in the water. Bro, how are you last, bro? Where's mine? And by that much, at that. Surprised the horse riders left so early without like watching him stay away for longer. Like, where are they going?
What do you want? Hobbit? 4 hobbits?
We wish to stay at the inn. Our business is our own.
My job to ask questions after nightfall.
Oh, that's pretty solid. Wow, they're really small.
Excuse me.
What can I do for you? Nice, cozy little folk, Mr.
My name's Underhill. Can you tell him we've arrived?
Big grey beard, pointy hat. Not seen him for 6 months.
What do we do now?
Has that whole journey been 6 months? I thought this was a kind of like a few day thing.
He'll be here. He'll come.
Get out of my way.
What's that? It comes in paints?
You got a whole half already.
So are these humans?
That fellow's done nothing but stare at you since we arrived.
That man in the corner. Who is he?
He's one of them rangers. He's known as Strider.
Why is he playing with the ring? Put that John in your pocket.
Sure I know about. He's over there.
Of course. What a dumbass, bro. Oh my god.
You cannot die. No life.
That's pretty creepy. At least he's smart enough to take it off.
You draw far too much attention to yourself.
So you tell me everyone saw him disappear and is okay with that? Like no one's like looking for him?
Carry nothing.
Indeed.
Was that homie from the poster?
But to disappear entirely, that is a rare gift.
Hey, finally get to meet him.
Not nearly frightened enough. I know what haunts you.
I'll have you, long sight!
You have a stout heart, little Hobbit. You can no longer wait for the wizard, Frodo.
Oh, please nothing happens to this dude, please. Oh goodness. I low-key want some cheese and crackers right now. I'm hungry. Hungry video, but need carbs, so. How did he knock out if the guy just told them that they're coming? I would have expected them to be on the move already. Yes, I think they're sleeping somewhere else, and then that scene was them like stabbing pillows. Yeah, okay. That was pretty cool.
What are they?
They were once men, one by one, falling into darkness. They are the Nazgul. They feel the presence of the ring. They will never stop hunting you.
So what happened to the 7 dwarves and 3 elves with the rings? Did they never turn evil? Did they still have the rings?
You taking us?
Into the wild.
I think a servant of the enemy would look fairer. We have no choice but to.
I was about to say, you have no choice.
Rivendell, Master Gamgee, to the House of Elrond.
We're going to see the elves.
Oh, wait. No, that's not where Gandalf just went. Okay. So the elves got 3 of them, John. So hopefully they team up or something. Like, I know that John is on the poster from the Hobbit. Look like she coming back. Wait, did he not die?
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
He knows about second breakfast, Pip.
Dinner? Supper?
I wouldn't count on it.
Hey, Ben. What did he eat?
They ain't San Francisco right now. Oh, don't come for me. I went to San Francisco. Flies everywhere, bro. Don't recommend. I'm waking up saying, bro, who sings that? He gonna tell me? I'm like, all right, keep it that way.
Who is she? You sing of?
Oh, never mind. Damn.
Tis the lay of Luthien.
What happened to her?
She died. Get some sleep, Frodo.
God is at your command, warrior.
Orders from Mordor, my lord.
We have work to do.
Damn, he high up with no ceiling or nothing, huh? That's kind of OD. One good gust of wind.
The roots go deep.
This was the great watchtower of Amon. We shall rest here tonight. I'm going to have a look around. Stay here.
So that one dude carried all that?
What are you doing?
But again, obvious.
You fools! Put it out!
Stupid ass. Yeah, beat. Frodo need to put on a ring and murk them all. Boy, do they still have their rings though? Like, what powers do they get? Seem like they haven't died. Like they're in between life and death. But like, what else? Or their sword is the size of them. I hate when people crawl away like that. Like, what is the point? Take half the energy to get up and run. Ooh. That's kind of cool how you can see them. Bro, you so ass, bro. Bro, warrior or anything, but bring on, he gonna stay there? Meanwhile, Frodo couldn't move 2 steps.
Strider!
He's been stabbed by a Morgul blade. This is beyond my skill to heal.
Bro, he's so ass, Frodo. Come on, bro.
He'll never make it!
How you die with the ring, bro? Come on. That's pathetic. So can Gandalf only do magic with his staff? That's kind of cute, I ain't gonna lie. I remember seeing that guy in The Hobbit, the white elf, or whoever that is, the white wizard. And I could just tell he was evil. But he wasn't evil in The Hobbit, so I was confused. Are they birthing soldiers, or were they covered by something by an accident? I assume birthing.
It's Mr. Bilbo's trolls. He's going cold.
He's passing into the Shadow World. They're close. Sam.
Elf.
What's this?
I knew it. I knew it was her. Let's go. 10, shot you a 10. Hey. Oh. Yeah, that is her. She just looks a lot younger, I guess. Wait. Nah, I don't think that's her.
Frodo.
She's an elf.
He's fading.
Alright, 2 questions. Is that the girl in the poster? And is that the girl from The Hobbit? Because the girl in the poster looks like the girl from The Hobbit, but that don't look like... Yeah, nah. I don't think that's her.
There are 5 wraiths behind you.
I do
not fear them.
I think it's the girl he was singing about. Dog, Frodo's so ass, bro. How the hell you have a ring and you get stabbed, bro? Come on. I figured you could get attacked with that too, even with the ring on. What do you expect? You hide it and he dies anyways? Come on. Because when Bilbo Baggins first got the ring and he jumped over Gollum, it kind of seemed like Gollum like sensed him or something. I don't know. I could still be wrong. Maybe he only got stabbed with the ring on because a wraith is like a in between the worlds, as they said, and their blade is special. So maybe that's just unlucky for Frodo. But yeah, that man ass for sure, 100%. Like me personally, like if I see someone could turn invisible, my first instinct is that they're gonna stay exactly where they were instead of moving and taking advantage of their visibility. So the fact that he just stood there is just... Horses are like one animals that I would love to know what goes on in their mind. Cause they just like, they're so active and run for so long and so strong. Can they not cross water? Interesting, okay.
If you want him, come and claim him.
So it can't go in the water. And she just dumped herself? That's clean. So I'm becoming more and more unimpressed by Gandalf. Because elves seem more badass, powerful, like in terms of like combat, than what I saw in The Hobbit. And now they can also do magic? The hell does Gandalf do as a wizard?
What grace is given me.
So everybody lives longer with the ring. And this man dies like in 2 weeks.
Save him.
Or I guess it was 6 months.
You are in the house of Elrond. 10 o'clock in the morning.
This is a dream.
Lucky to be here too.
Is this Harry Potter talking to Voldemort? I mean, Dumbledore.
But you have some strength in you, my dear Hobbit.
What happened, Gandalf?
Oh, I am sorry.
Oh, that's what you meant. Sorry.
The friendship of Sauron. Embrace the power of the ring. There is only one Lord of the Ring. He does not share power.
Okay, Gandalf, that was pretty cool. Talk to animals.
What is it?
Nothing.
Sam, bless you, you're awake. We were that worried about you, weren't we, Mr. Gandalf?
Welcome to Rivendell.
This is so cringe.
Oh no, my lad.
This is like a dream. Like the dude died. Everything's just so colorful and.
There and back again. Hobbit's Tale by Bilbo Baggins.
Damn, wish the title of his journal was the title of the Hobbit books. I mean, talk about Hobbit movies.
Visit Lake Town, see the Lonely Mountain again.
I spent all my childhood pretending I was off somewhere else, with you on one of your adventures. My own adventure turned out to be quite different.
Yeah, you don't need no adventures, my boy. You need to learn how to practice fighting or running away.
Not like you, Bilbo.
My dear boy. Now what have I forgotten?
Packed already.
I wonder what it's like to be one of the main actors of the Lord of the Rings series. I already know, like, the Harry Potter people get a lot of love. I'm sure when they get seen in public, it's lit for like people. Probably not lit for them, but what about these people? Like, I don't see them anywhere in media. Maybe I just don't follow the right people.
You're right, Sam. We did what we set out to do. The ring will be safe in Rivendell. I am ready to go home.
He will carry it the rest of his life. It is a burden he should never have had to bear.
Gandalf, the enemy is moving.
Saruman, you tell me, has betrayed us.
Treachery runs deeper than you know. Saruman is coming for the ring.
We do not have the strength to fight both Mordor and Isengard.
The ring cannot stay here.
Ned Stark, my boy.
They must decide now how to end it.
Alright, so if you're a good person in this franchise, what is the benefit of having the ring?
Look to when we've gone.
The dwarves?
It seems like it's more beneficial if you are already an evil person with the evil agenda.
It is in men that we must place our hope.
Men are weak. Because of men, the ring survived.
There, 3,000 years ago, when Isildur took the ring.
Isildur, hurry! Follow me. One place it could be destroyed. Destroy it!
No.
Like the Elder One.
Should have ended that day.
Isildur kept the ring.
There is one who could unite them.
He turned from that path a long time ago.
That would be mad if he's the main character. He seems pretty cool and sustaining, unlike Frodo. Is that Ned Stark? I feel like I recognize him from somewhere. Yeah, it has to be. Or did he pop up in the Hobbit movies? I don't think so.
We are here on common purpose. The shots of Narsil.
So is that one person that has to touch everything that they see?
Sauron's hand. Not sharp.
I guess he did it by an accident, but bro, what the hell's wrong with you? I don't even put it back. Oh my god, people that can make me sick to my stomach. Yeah, that guy looks pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I hope he's the main character. I might die if it's Frodo.
Why do you fear the past? You are not bound to his fate.
Same blood flows in my veins.
Oh wow, so he's important.
Your time will come. You will face the same evil, and you will defeat it.
Dog, I wish I had colored eyes. Some bullcrap.
You said you'd bind yourself to me.
I would rather share one lifetime, all the ages of this world alone. Choose a mortal life. It is mine to give to whom I will, like my heart.
Her top lip is so much further than her bottom lip. Like it's like protruding so much more.
Summoned here to answer the threat of Mordor, knight, or you will fall.
Bring forth the ring.
In a dream, the voice was crying, your doom is near at hand.
If you don't sit your ass back down, he about to go pick that joint up and murk you all. Smack his hand. I'm very confused. Is this Gandalf's doing mixed with the ring, or is it just Gandalf trying to wake him up?
For has any voice uttered the words of that tongue here?
The ring is altogether evil.
Why not use this ring?
Are your lands kept safe?
Let us use it against him.
The One Ring answers to Sauron.
This is no mere ranger. He is Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Son of... damn. They gonna keep on going down the line until they got to that eye guy.
Aragorn
Is Isildur's heir?
And heir to the throne of Gondor.
Have a dad, Legolas.
Gondor has no king.
This is not gonna help either.
Destroyed. The ring was made in the fires of Mount Doom, back into the fiery chasm from whence it came. One of you must do this.
For being honest, why not just keep it with Frodo?
Not simply walk into Mordor, guarded by more than just orcs. The Great Eye
Meaning, like, why don't you get like
is ever watchful.
the heir or Frodo to go destroy it?
The very air you breathe is a poisonous fume.
Have you heard nothing, Lord Elrond? The ring must be destroyed.
Yeah, I'll trust him. He's valid.
And if we fail, what then? I will be dead. The ring in the hands of an elf. No one trusts an elf.
Go, boy.
I will take the ring to Mordor.
And you all will guide me there.
No, I do not know the way.
I will help you bear this burden.
By my life or death, I can protect you.
I'll be very honest. I've seen nothing from Gandalf, but I would feel so much better with him on my side for some reason still. Maybe it's because I still expect more from him.
And you have my bow.
So our lineup right here.
My axe.
Wait, I'm vibing with this. I already prefer this over The Hobbit just because like you're seeing different groups of people coming together.
Carry the fate of us all, little one. If this is indeed the will of the council.
Frodo's not going anywhere without me.
Oi! We're coming too! You need people of intelligence on this sort of...
Well, that rules you out, Pip.
He seems so familiar, but I just don't know where from. That third Hobbit, the
shall be
one
the
on
fellowship.
Frodo's left.
Where are we going?
Oh, so I guess that's where the title comes from. The Fellowship of the Ring. Pretty valid. Okay. Girl, I don't want to move the poster because it's a pretty good angle. Yeah, I feel like that's not the girl from The Hobbit. Yeah, that's not the girl from The Hobbit. That's the girl that was in the movie. Cause I see the scar on her face. So that's the same girl. So I guess this is just not the one from The Hobbit, the she-elf. So that's a little disappointing. Unless they recasted. Like the same role.
Your mother knew you'd be hunted all your life. The skill of the elves can...
I still wouldn't be surprised if they are the same person. They just look a little different to me. And I think that's Ned Stark in the... Yep. I see the console. Just missing Shorty in the top right.
There is no other. My old sword.
See those the 9 men. Okay, I'm glad I understand the poster now.
Made by the elves, you know, when you have to be extra careful. Mithril, as light as a feather and as hard as dragon skin.
That's what he got from The Hobbit, right?
Come on. Oh. My old ring. Very much like to hold it again one last time.
Holy moly. His face just transformed like that, like to Gollum.
I'm sorry I brought this upon you, my carry this burden.
Hope you still take the steel jacket though.
Ringbearer is setting out on the quest.
So I was thinking, right, and when I was watching the Hobbit movies, how like major franchises, they usually have like souvenirs or like memorabilia. So I was like, okay, there must be the ring that people collect, right? And it'll be kind of cool if like you got married to someone and gave them the ring. But now that I know what the ring kind of stands for, I guess not. Guess that'll kind of be like bad luck or something.
Mordor, Gandalf. Is it left or right?
Left.
Yeah, I already like 100% prefer this squad more than any of the Hobbit squads. They got Gandalf, which I know I've been critical of, but I just feel good with him. I think at the very least he's wise. They got that guy, the heir. They got the elf that was dope as hell. If they had the she-elf, it would have been a wrap. And they got Ned Stark, but he a little questionable. Not really buying his intentions just yet, but hope proves me wrong. I was about to say, no wonder why they be so hungry. It'd be burning hella calories with them while they're walking.
We could pass through the mines of Moria. I would not take Moria unless I had no other.
I wish they could have explained why. Like, obviously, they're kind of like foreshadowing something, but...
Gentlemen, that's enough! Crabine from Dunland!
Eyes of Saruman. At the pass of Caradhras.
I thought they were going to have to cut through that way he said he would take as a last resort. Jesus Christ. He gonna get some. I already know. He ain't gonna give it. He ain't gonna switch up so easily.
We should suffer so much fear and doubt. Give the ring to Frodo.
Frodo,
As you wish.
don't touch the ring. Oh, he was about to get it popping. I gotta remember how to pronounce his name. It wasn't Aragon.
Try to lead them over Garadras. The mountain defeats you.
So the birds leaked the intel anyways? Like, how the hell? I thought they were hiding.
Fell voice on the air.
I can bring down the mountain!
So is he stronger than Gandalf? It's like Gandalf his ass, bro.
Go through the mines of Moria. Dare to go into those mines too greedily and too.
How does the guy know so much? Is he reading Gandalf's mind or something? Like, I felt like he was like, it was more of a narration vibe, but he low key probably like more than just narration. He in their heads or something.
It'll be the death of the Hobbit! We will go through the mine.
Come and help an old man. Evil will be drawn to you from outside the village. You must trust yourself. It mirrors only starlight. The doors of Durin.
What do you suppose that?
Asto Beth. Amen.
Nothing's happening.
Does Frodo gotta say something?
In all the tongues of elves, I tried to find the opening words. Alas,
Mines are no place for a party. One so brave as Bill.
What's there be stuff in the water?
Do not disturb the water.
So you can't take kids nowhere, bro. These hobbits acting like kids, bro. How you throwing rocks for?
It's a riddle. Speak, friend. What's the Elvish word for friend?
Melon.
That seems pretty simple to me.
You will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the dwarves. Red meat.
Alright, so if you see something coming out of the water, why are you leaving the door open? And why are you not watching your back?
And they call it a mine.
This is no mine. It's a tomb.
Goblins.
You make for the Gap of Rohan.
That is an intense monster to be battling. I ain't gonna lie. Low-key, they should not win this fight. Unless they have magical powers. Because I don't see swords and stuff doing anything to this monster. That's convenient because they would have got clipped.
But one choice. Be on your guard. 4-day journey to the other side. But our presence may go unnoticed.
Meanwhile, they probably getting watched right now. Damn, it's crazy to me that this movie's ranked like number 9 of IMDb.
The wealth of Moria was not in gold or jewels. Thrill.
I wonder if Harry Potter's ranked on there.
Bilbo had a shirt of mithril ring. It was a kingly gift. I never told you.
Steep steps are crazy. There's like subways in New York. The escalates get so steep. That's just crazy to look up or down. I'm like, hey, yo.
I have no memory of this place.
Facts, me too though. Gollum?
There's something down there.
It's Gollum.
Gandalf kind of cool. He knew he was So maybe this is what my aunt saw, and then she said it looked like him.
Eagle's life is a sad story. Before the ring found him, before it drove him mad. It was pity that stayed Bilbo's hand. Can you give it to them, Frodo?
Okay, let me find out. He got some quotes on him.
Even the very wise cannot see all ends. But Gollum has some part to play yet. Before this is over, pity of Bilbo may rule the fate of many.
I'm about to just be like, yo, God, get your ass up here and help us out. We know you there. You ain't hiding from us.
I wish the ring had never come to me.
So do all live to see such times. The idea is what to do with the time that is given.
Okay, Gandalf, here with the quotes. Sounding like Dumbledore.
And that is an encouraging thought. Start well. If in doubt, in the end, always follow your nose. Behold, the dwarf city of Dwarrowdelf.
Well, there's an eye-opener and no mistake.
Why are there so many pillars? Is that like how heavy the structure is? There's like no need for pillars every 2 feet.
No. Oh. No. No. Here lies Bal, Lord of Moria. He is dead then.
Damn, that man got the Lord of the Rings book on him.
They have taken the bridge. We have barred the gate, but cannot hold them for long. Drums. A shadow moves. And
This dude just keeps moving backwards and he's pissing me off because he's not watching where he's going.
Cannot get out.
If things start crawling up in there, I'm gonna be pissed. These dudes are supposed to be quiet.
Fool of a took. Throw yourself in next time. Rid us of your stupidity.
Gandalf's kind of angry. I mean, he deserves it, but I wonder why he's so angry. Like, seems a little off, but I don't know Gandalf too well, so. That elf is so badass, bro. Okay, they're not running. I at least appreciate that. There's another running. Does that troll fit in the well? I think so. That would be clutch if he did. I'm gonna keep it a buck. As long as the elf and Aragorn doesn't die, I'm straight. Anyone else is free game. Yo, if you don't just stab him in the head, you got the free shot right there. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna come back to the same spot. Frodo's so ass, bro. He's too busy trying to wake him up rather than fighting his own battle. This dude is so ass, bro. Jesus Christ. Am I too critical of people who are meant to are thrown into the hero universe that aren't meant to be heroes? Like, I know he didn't ask for this, but Jesus Christ, dude, this man is a net negative. At least he inspired the other hobbits to get it poppin', to be honest. Cause damn, that troll eating all the punches. They shanked his ass I don't know how many times at this point.
He's alive.
Power of the ring?
I'm not hurt.
He should be dead.
Oh, clutch. Why he look like he got blicked though? He looked like he got shanked. So this is kind of weird. And he acted like he got shanked too. Nonetheless, like, what came first? Transformers or this? Or is that just a common saying even before both of them? Alright, Gandalf, where's your magic? Where's the other elf gonna pull up? The other wizard.
What is this new devilry?
As long as Aragorn and the elf don't die, I'm good, bro. Give me those two and some chicken wings and we lit. Movie's a 10 out of 10.
Foe is beyond any of you.
I feel like it's common sense. You had thousands of those orcs running. When they could have blitzed you all. They tell me you're not gonna run for whatever made them run. Saving everybody, bro.
Lead them on, Aragorn. The bridge is near. Do as I say!
This is scary as hell. Like, I can't imagine going down these steps with no railings, this steep. Oh no, I'm good, bro. Trust. Bro, no, they just do magical. Gandalf, summon some stairs. Fix the gap. Scary as hell. I ain't gonna cap. I'll be honest. This is where I'm dying. I'm not even gonna act like otherwise. I'm dying just from like lack of balance.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Alright, cool. I was hoping there'll be no sacrificial lambs. Hey, Frodo, bro. The rest of them need to back up. Like, you don't need all those people to catch you. There's gonna be no room for you to stand after they catch you. All I'm saying is, Gandalf not doing magic is crazy. If I watch this whole franchise and I don't understand Gandalf's powers, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to hear one more person saying how Gandalf is beastie and comparing him to Dumbledore. Very convenient. I like how all the other stairs just got destroyed except for those remaining stairs there.
Over the bridge!
Give me a Smaug, honestly. I was just about to say, is this the part where like the saying "you shall not pass" comes in?
I am the servant of the secret fire. Fire will not avail you.
We find out Gandalf is doing something. How do you get all these powers? Yeah, the dude got a whip. He got a sword. Oh, so he about to whip that John back around. I don't want to keep complaining on Gandalf, so I'm gonna let him take that. But I was gonna say that looked a little too easy. But I'm glad Gandalf did something.
You fools!
Is that the end of Gandalf? He got this much clout for having this short of an entrance or like showing in the Lord of the Rings? It's crazy though, cause I saw him on the bridge, and for some reason I just immediately thought "you shall not pass." Like I have zero idea why, and that ended up being the part where he says it. That can't be the end of Gandalf, can it? 3 movies. I don't want to check how long we in this one. I don't want to say 30 minutes. I feel like it's been way longer than 30 minutes. And he's dead? And that's the only thing he really did of substance in the 3 Hobbit movies and this? Nah. I feel like his fan base is too big. We'll see.
Legolas, get them out.
Give them a moment, for pity's sake.
We must reach the woods of Lothlorien. And Boromir, Gimli, get them out. Frodo? Frodo!
He better not say no dumb stuff saying no one else is gonna die for me. And put on a ring and try to do it himself. Okay, I'm about to be pissed. He's gonna get shot with an arrow? Oh, thank God. It scared me.
Stay close, young hobbits. Great sorceress lives in these woods of terrible power.
Is it the girl in the white?
I've never seen again.
I think so. I think so.
Evil here, ring bearer.
Well,
Am I bugging her for look like the goblin, bro? Like the eyes at least. Gollum. I mean, not goblin. Gollum.
hawk and the ears of a fox.
A dwarf, we could have shot him in the dark. Legolas Thranduil.
Is this where the girl from the
Gonendunadai.
Hobbit comes in? Or should I just give up on mentioning her because that's the same girl? Or at least the same role?
We have not had dealings with the dwarf.
Dwarf says to that?
That was not so courteous.
You bring great evil with you. You can go no further.
So everybody speak everyone else's language?
Nor would he have you give up hope. Carry a heavy burden, Frodo. Don't carry the weight of the dead.
You will follow me. Caras Galathon, realm of the Lord Celeborn.
I think it's shorter in the poster. Dog, is Gandalf really dead?
Enemy knows you have entered here. Tell me, where is Gandalf?
Past the borders of this land, he has fallen into shadow.
He was taken by both shadow and flame. Balrog of Morgoth.
Needless were none of the deeds if we do not yet know his full purpose.
Facts. 'Cause I made it. Let me stop.
Do not let the great emptiness of Khazad-dûm and in all lands love is now mingled with grief.
What's the most popular like type of species in this world? I think elves are by far the coolest, and it's like not even close. Like I had hope for the wizards, but their magic so far seems very subpar, and the battle tactics, I don't know. Elves just seem so cool, elegant, cool, powerful.
Yet hope remains while the company is true. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You will sleep. Welcome,
Yo, this movie shows some creepy ass scenes, bruh.
A lament for Gandalf.
You know, it's crazy. I'm probably talking all that crap about how cool elves are. They're probably talking to other wizards.
I have not the heart to tell you.
These probably ain't even elves, but I thought they were. And I still do think they are.
But they don't mention his fireworks. Should be a verse about them. Finest rockets ever seen. Or after thunder, silver showers. Doesn't do them justice by alone.
Take some rest. These borders are well protected.
I will find no rest here. Heard her voice inside my head. She said to me, even now there is hope left, but I cannot see it.
She said that in his head individually? I thought she said that all out to everybody.
Hope.
Let me find out she was talking to all them in their head individually.
My father is a noble man. His rule is failing. Our people lose faith. I would see the glory of Gondor restored. Ever seen his Aragorn, glimmering like a spike of pearl and silver? Have you ever been called home?
I have seen the White City. One day, our paths will lead us there. Tower Guard shall take up the court. The lords of Gondor have returned.
He said, trips to your crib in the middle of the night. So, hobbits are supposed to be extremely like, quiet, right? Or was it just Bilbo Baggins?
Will you look into the mirror?
What will I see?
Even the wisest cannot tell.
This is like a pensieve, but for the future.
Shows many
Mirror Erised.
things that were, and
Things are
some
to
things
be.
that have not yet.
I'm like 0 for like 4. I didn't guess one of these Johns right this time. It's because they speak in an old way. Don't tell me Elf's gonna die. See how side-eyeing him?
For it is also in my mind. It is what will come to pass. Fellowship is breaking. It has already begun. One by one, it will destroy them all. I will give you the one ring. Not deny that my heart is greatly desired.
You would have a queen, not done.
I passed the test.
I cannot do this alone.
You are a ring bearer, Frodo,
Shit, the other ping. You ring.
and I am its keeper.
See the future?
This task was appointed to you.
I know what I must do. I'm afraid to do it.
Even the small change the course of the future.
And I really wish they eventually, and I don't think they will, but explain all the powers of the rings. That would have been clutch.
Taken by the dark powers, terrible form of life-fighting Uruk-hai. Whom do you serve?
It was like orcs times 10.
Do not stop until they are found. You will taste man flesh. Bring them to me alive. Kill the others.
May these cloaks help shield you from unfriendly eye.
Lembas, elvish waybread. One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man. How many did you eat? 4.
Now hold the eastern shore of the Undying. Strange creatures bearing the mark of the White Hand. These have done so. Chance of outrunning the enemy, fools of Rauros.
My gift for you is a bow of the Galadrim. Do not fear, young Peregrine Took. You will find your courage.
See, like, you see, like, the elves are gifting things to others.
Amji.
When have you seen, like, other
made of heathline
groups gift something? It just seems like elves are superior.
Nice shiny daggers.
And what gift would a dwarf ask the elves?
Except to look upon the lady of the Galadrim.
Yeah, man.
Actually, there was one thing quite impossible, stupid to ask.
I have nothing greater to give. Iantiquil Arwen, Undomiel. That choice is yet before her. You have your own choice to make, Aragorn. Or to fall into darkness with all that is left of your kin.
So I know his name well. I just need to relearn the name of the elf, the guy elf that I like.
Narathna, Imoigerich, Uoveritham, Elessar. I give you the light of Erendir, our most beloved star. May it be a light in dark places when all other light.
See, that's the thing, like, these elves, like, specifically her, she got all these gems, all these jewels, all these, like, powerful things, and, like, she living in peace.
Taken my worst wound at this parting. Both I will call nothing fair unless it be her gift to me. I asked her for one hair from her. She gave me 3.
He trying to clone her. Yeah, dude in the back need to catch up. Oh, that's my boy, Elf. Oh, well, he can take a sweet ass time. It's all good. They look, I don't even know the word. Menacing, that's the word I was trying to say. Aban? One thing I don't like about this series, and it's not a big deal at all, it's like how quickly the enemies catch up. It's like, how? Is that Gollum?
He's tracked us since morning. I had hoped we would lose him on the river.
And if he alerts the enemy to our whereabouts?
Have some food, Mr. Frodo. You haven't eaten anything all day. Don't think I haven't noticed. I'm here to help you. Promised Gandalf that I would.
My man died twice, basically. What promise did you keep?
You can't help me, Sam. Not this time.
Oh, God, I'm like over 5.
Get some sleep.
Minas Tirith is the safer road. From there we can regroup. You were quick enough to trust the elves. You so little faith in your own people. You are afraid, scared of who you are, what you are.
I will not lead the ring 100 leagues of your sin. Yargonath, long have I desired to look upon the kings of...
This is like the Last Valley, Hashirama and Madara. They still got that much to travel. Damn. The orcs are gonna be there and they're gonna force them to take the waterfall.
Cross the lake at nightfall.
Cross Mordor from the north.
We should leave now.
No, we must wait for cover of darkness.
It is not the eastern shore that worries me. Something draws near. I can feel it.
My 2 boys, are they gonna work together properly, or is one gonna overrule the other?
None of us should wander alone. You least of all. So much depends on you. I know why you seek solitude. You sure you do not suffer needlessly?
I know what you would say.
We're all afraid, Frodo. The strength to defend my people.
You are not yourself.
We'll take the ring. Oh, it could have been mine!
You will take the ring to Sauron! You will betray us!
I'm sorry.
Frodo, what have
The orcs can kill him?
Where is the ring?
I swore to protect you.
Can you protect me from yourself? Would you destroy it?
He's gonna close his hand.
I would have gone with you to the end, to the very fires of Mordor.
Look after the others, especially Sam. He will not understand.
Go, Frodo.
Hopefully he don't die. What is Staying Put gonna do for you, Frodo? God damn it. Oh, okay. Spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Let me shut that up.
Hide here, quick! Come on!
He thinks he has to do it alone.
He's leaving.
He's gonna die. He drew attention to himself.
Hey, you! Over here!
If someone says, hey, you, over here, that's the last direction I'm running in.
It's working! I know it's working! Run!
I love that it's like 1,000 v3. But are we being for real? I thought he was gonna let himself get hit with the blade. I was gonna be pissed. The elf took down like 10 people, and this dude is struggling to take down one. Jesus Christ.
The Horn of Gondor.
Hopefully this means they're all gonna stick together. I know Frodo's plan was to escape by himself, but hopefully this teaches them to stick together. Ned Stark don't play. And they still standing there, bro. Oh my god. That man get it popping. Hopefully Frodo, all for naught, bro. I hate that with a passion, bro. All for naught. The man sacrificed himself. He said run. They stood still and then they charged him after he was... Oh my god, bro. I can't. Oh. Where's the elf and the other guy? That was clean. Hopefully he's actually dead, because that dude looked too menacing for me. I ain't gonna care out. If that was the boss... Wait, the guy picked the setup.
Frodo. Where is Frodo? I'm not Frodo. Then you did what I could not. I tried to take the ring from... Forgive me. I did not see.
You fought bravely. You kept your honor.
Where's the elf? Yeah, I'm glad that he killed that guy, because that guy looked like he was a leader and he was about to be ruthless, so...
And all will come to darkness, and my sister to ruin.
Reminded me of that like head orc from The Hobbit that could not die, no matter how many times it was right there for the taking.
We'll not let the White City fall, nor our people fail. Our people.
He's like, damn, this man took down all of them by himself.
I would have followed you, my brother.
Peace, son of Gondor.
They will look for his coming from the White Tower, but he will not return.
That's insane. He took the hobbits. The other three people survived, like the dwarf, Aragorn, and the elf. Like, what was the point of like splitting up at that point then? Or maybe they were able to survive because they split up. But oh, Sam's still here. I forgot about him. To put the ring on when Sam gets closer. Thought somebody was gonna drop it in the water like a dunce.
I wish the ring had never come to me. Wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such time. All you have to decide, time that is given to you.
Frodo! Go back, Sam! And I'm coming with you!
Can't swim!
Sam!
Frodo, go save him. You what the fuck are you? Frodo is so ass, bro. Jesus Christ. No way Sam's dying. Put the paddle in the water, make him grab it. Thank God. Jesus Christ. I thought this man Frodo was gonna keep screaming from his goddamn canoe. Oh, Jesus.
I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee. And I don't mean to. I don't mean to.
When is that rope gonna come into play? That the elf gifted Sam. I ain't gonna lie, at this point, just let the others catch up with you too, no?
Come on.
Frodo and Sam have reached the eastern shore.
Frodo's fate is no longer in our hands.
And it has all been in vain. The Fellowship has failed.
They gonna save the other hobbits?
We will not abandon Merry and Pippin to torment and death.
Leave all that can be spared behind.
Travel light. Let us hunt some orc.
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that at all.
I hope the others find a safer road.
I feel like Gandalf's picture is too big for him to be dead.
I don't suppose we'll ever see them again.
We may yet, Mr. Frodo. We may.
I feel like Sam's picture could be bigger. The elf's picture, yeah, I don't know.
I'm glad
We'll
you're
see.
with me.
I wonder if this is where the movie ends and I'm about to start watching the director's cut or something, the extended version now. Or did I watch it all already and it's about to end? Because I feel like this is a lot shorter than 4 hours. Holy cow, I finished it. I am starving. Let's go. Damn, alright. Alright, that was my reaction, so let's get into the review. Alright, my initial reactions. I'm not gonna lie, this movie flew by. I just took a quick look at my reaction just to make sure the quality, the audio was good, as I tested it before and it seemed good, but I just wanted to verify it was good. And I clicked like halfway through the movie, a little bit more, and Gandalf was still alive. And I remember watching the movie and I was like, I feel like we're like an hour in, but I said out loud that we must be over 30 minutes in. Damn, did I not think that we were over 2 hours in at that point? What the hell? That's insane. But yeah, like that movie was pretty good. I will say that I expected more, knowing how highly this movie is rated on like IMDb. I think it's 9. And then you get movies like Shawshank Redemption, which is 1. And I've seen that like twice and I can see how it's up there. This movie, I'm not seeing how it's up there that high, at least. But then again, I know that there's something to be said about watching a movie when it first comes out. So I wish I got to experience that, to be honest. And that I know that even though people are watching this for the first time at this day and age, seems like a lot of them are still liking it a lot. So I think at this point it's just me, which is okay. I still did like it more than the Hobbit movies, which is solid. So but yeah, no, I really enjoyed watching it. Apparently like time flew by. Like this movie was the extended version too, and it just flew by. So that was really cool to see. I wonder what parts exactly were the extended version and which parts were the original movie, because I didn't mention this in the intro. So I mentioned it for my Patreon viewers, but the YouTube viewers, I didn't mention this earlier, but I watched the extended version just because I felt like at this point I might as well watch the all content possible for the first time, rather than watching the regular one and then watching the extended one after. So I'm not sure which parts were extended and which ones are part of the original film. So maybe I'm going to do a little bit of research on that to compare. But I just did not expect me to be done with the movie. Like I was literally like, I don't know, that's crazy. So I definitely think that goes to show that I did enjoy the movie. So very surprised Gandalf died. I'm expecting him, and this is where I kind of am reluctant to look at the wall, the movie poster for the second one, to see if Gandalf is still alive, because I feel like that would probably be a spoiler, but I'm gonna have to, so I take advantage of this frame that I got, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really surprised he died, and quite frankly, he did nothing for me, and that sucks to say. If he actually did die, he has no other quality feats, because I hear so many people talk highly of him and compare him to Dumbledore, and I don't mean to do the comparison lightly, or at all really, but I just want to show you my perspective on why I'm expecting so much from him. You know, like, I'm watching Harry Potter, I love Harry Potter, I love Dumbledore, I watch other people watch Harry Potter, and they all talk about, oh, he's like the guy from Lord of the Rings, Gandalf. Like, every single one of them talk about Gandalf. And some of them you mentioned how they prefer Lord of the Rings, or they prefer, I don't know if they really specifically said they prefer Gandalf, but a lot of them just compare Dumbledore to Gandalf. And I don't see the comparison really outside of looks. Like, he had a few quotes this movie, and that was basically it. Like, I guess he was wise as well, but like, the feats themselves were night and day. Like, he does not compare to Dumbledore feat wise, and it's just like, I just feel like he's not dead. And I know there's YouTubers that I would like to watch who it gets kind of annoying, honestly, when you watch a YouTuber and they swear someone's not dead when they show them being dead, and for some parts they're right, you know, like that they could watch something and just the way the series is going, they constantly see someone die but then come back to life. So some of the hesitancy and speculation is, or skepticism rather, is warranted, but sometimes it just gets annoying. And I don't think you have seen enough of me for it to be annoying. I hope to not get to that point, but I just feel like Gandalf can't be dead. He can't be. If he is dead, then that's crazy. If he is dead, or even, I guess up until this point, if you're a Gandalf fan, please explain why. Because I don't know if the books maybe did more justice, or if I'm just missing something. Because I would expect him to be a lot more powerful, basically. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. Like, I feel like all the scenes that I've seen him in, he got his ass whooped, or he didn't contribute much. And I know that's crazy to say, because there's that one scene in The Hobbit where he carried people away. He called like animals to carry the hobbits and dwarves away. This movie, he stopped that evil thing, which seemed way too easy, but he stopped it. But I just feel like there was way more for him. But nonetheless, I don't want to talk about it all day. Like, I got more questions to answer, but yeah, that's just my initial reactions. I enjoyed it. Frodo was pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. I want to be more easy on him because he didn't ask for this, and something's to be said for people who are thrown into something they didn't ask for. That being said, it just annoys me because, like, you have this riding on your shoulders. At a certain point, you just gotta stop like complaining and, like, basically, quote unquote, like, man up. I think he's doing that now. At the very end of the movie, like, literally at the very end of the movie. So 3 hours later, he's doing that. 3 hours and a half later. So I'm hoping the next movie he does better. I'm just not a fan of soft characters, honestly. And I don't know what that says about me. But like, when characters are just like soft and complain a lot, it's just very annoying to me. So I'm hoping he is someone worth rooting for in the future. I'm gonna tell my boys that I've finished the first one and see what hate he gives my way, because I know he mentioned to me a couple years ago when we were at school that he really wants me to watch The Lord of the Rings. So I was trying to get him to watch Harry Potter, and he told me to watch The Lord of the Rings. So I'm going to tell him that I've seen it, and Gandalf is not living up to his what I imagine him to be. So, and same with Frodo. So, but yeah, I'm really curious about the rings. They mentioned the 9 rings that went to men. I think they like just regular man. And it seems like those 9 people turn dark and are in a state between life and death. So those 9 are accounted for, but I wish they explained more about what those rings did exactly. Did they just put them in that limbo state, or did they do more than that and they just happened to be in a limbo state? Wish they expanded upon that more. Then they said 3 elves got rings. We saw one. Again, we don't know her power exactly, like how much of her power is contributed by the ring. Like, what's the ring's power exactly? So I wish they explained that more. And then who are the other 2 elves with the other 2 rings, and what do those do? You know? So again, I'm just really trying to figure out what the other rings' powers are. Like, how are they decided between who got them? And just, I'm just trying to better understand it. Because, like, this one ring is supposed to be the master of all rings, basically master of all. people. But like, you would think they would at least explain more about what the other rings do to see like how much better this ring is or how much more powerful this one is. Like I feel like they just kind of mentioned, hey, there's quick math. 9 plus 7 is 16 plus 3, 19. So there's 19 rings outside of the Lord of the Ring thing, whatever that's called. That one ring. There's 19 other rings. You would think that they would like explain what those 19 do or are and show how it fails in comparison to this one. But no, they just say, okay, there's 19 other rings. This is the creme of the creme. So creme de la creme, whatever it's called. But yeah, so that was rather unfortunate. I'd just like to learn more about the lore to better understand what's going on and why it's happening. So that kind of sucked. But again, like the elves be kicking ass, bro. Like she had so much power, and and then even the other elf, like the she elf, like she summoned a wave of riding horses in the water. Like, bro, that's like quite literally cooler than everything Gandalf has ever done except for his scene in this movie. Like that's the only thing that's cooler than what she did. And he has been president for 4 movies at this point. So yeah, rather unfortunate. At least that's what I remember. So he probably did some other cool stuff that I might not remember, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, what else? Initial reactions. Yeah, I guess I'm just really curious. About the ring. It seems like it makes people live longer. Makes them turn evil. I wonder what the agenda is of the eye. Like that evil eye. I wonder what that entity's purpose and goal is. Is it to just rule over everyone, and is it to create demolition? Is it world domination? Like I don't know what the purpose is, but I'm curious about that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that for now. But those are at least my initial reactions. So why did I choose this movie? I mentioned this already before, but I chose this movie because it's supposed to be really good. It's been recommended to me by a few people at this point, and I'm just very familiar with how popular it is. As someone who's huge on Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings always gets mentioned. I grew up hearing about Lord of the Rings, probably even before I heard about Harry Potter. And I know that my mom watched them before. I remember being really young and walking into her room and seeing her watch it, and my aunt compared me to Gollum, but I never really watched it myself. So I was always aware of it, was always planning on watching it. It wasn't one of those things where I heard about it and was never planning on watching it. I always planned on watching it. I was just waiting for the right time because I've always kind of, in a way, wanted to make my experience watching it for the first time somewhat special. I just didn't know it would turn into YouTube up until I came up with this idea in like 2022, 2023. So that's what I've been waiting for the past like 3 or so years. Just waiting to watch it onto YouTube. And then also when I'm bringing my passion onto YouTube of watching movies, just look up on IMDb, the most popular films ever, just so I can make sure I'm watching those too for my own sake and passion of the industry. And I see these movies that rank so highly, so I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely gotta watch these now. So that's the reason why I chose to watch this movie. So what thoughts does this movie spur, and what do I think about? I'm thinking about the rings, to be honest. I'm wondering like how powerful and what the true potential of all the rings are, not just this one. I'm also thinking about what does it mean to be the Lord of the Rings? Like, does it mean that, like, for example, Frodo's gonna get all 20 rings, like including the one he already has? Or does it mean that he just becomes the master of this one ring, and this one ring was already mentioned to be the master of all others? So is it just him becoming the master of this one ring? I don't know. Like, so I'm really trying to better understand what the naming convention Lord of the Rings means. That's what I think about. What feelings does this create? As you can see my reaction, this movie made me feel quite a bit of feelings. Nothing too extreme. I know I got bothered or disappointed or angry a lot with like Frodo, or like him dying, or like getting stabbed, and like not doing what I would expect someone to do, or want someone to do rather, because I try to put myself in people's shoes, and I know it's not always fair on others, but I don't know. I'm just like, at a certain point, like, if you're about to die, why are you just sitting there? Like, I just don't like when people like freeze up and stuff like that. So that's something. I mean, this is my reaction, this is my review, my perspective. So that's kind of how I felt. So this movie made me disappointed at times, frustrated. I think I laughed a bit, and then also kind of sad and confused to see Gandalf die, because I feel like we didn't tap into his full potential. At least not in my opinion. So if he is indeed dead, then that sadness and confusion would also be added to disappointment as well, because I really was looking forward to seeing Gandalf and why he's so mentioned. I would love to see him like on the top of a staircase coming out of nowhere, when all seems lost, and him just waving his staff around and like gathering some type of energy, fire, like Dumbledore. And I don't want to make any spoilers, so maybe skip ahead like 10 or so seconds. But spoiler alert, like if you're watching Harry Potter and the sixth one, what is it called? The Half-Blood Prince, you see Dumbledore standing on top of the rocks, and he's like waving his wand, and the fire is all around him. Like I want something like powerful like that from Gandalf, and you can probably argue that's what he did against that demon thingy when he said "You shall not pass," but that doesn't compare to me, honestly. So I don't know, kind of a little disappointed with that, but also glad to see Aragorn and the elf still alive. Really, really like those two, and probably gonna mention that later on from my favorite characters. But glad to see them alive, and they're going to go save the remaining hobbits, which is pretty noble. So that's the feelings that it created for me. So what moments, characters, or ideas resonated with me, and why was it able to be resonated with me? To be honest, nothing too in particular. I did appreciate, I'm gonna butcher it, so I'm not even gonna try, but I did appreciate that quote Gandalf left Frodo with when he said something about the living, and not everyone that's living deserves to die. Not everyone is something about like not everyone that died deserves to live, and not everyone that lives deserves to die, something like that. He says something. Oh, damn. Did it really resonate with me? If I don't remember off the top of my head now. But at the time, I guess, there was a quote that he said that was really powerful, and I was like, damn, that hits. Because it's like, you should not pass judgment on like other people. Like who give you the power to say, go, Gollum should have died, like he should have killed Gollum. Like it has to be some point in time where everything happens for a reason, and people's journeys play out how they play out, but you shouldn't be the one to kind of like cast judgment on what should or should not happen. To a certain extent, I appreciated the quote when it happened. Of course, there's like gray areas with stuff like that. Like, if someone's just like a terrible person, like a Hitler, for example, like I'm not gonna be mad if you say, oh, he should have died. I agree with you, but there's something he said that I appreciated, so I'm gonna have to run that one back. So what was my favorite moment? I would say my favorite moment was probably, has to be related to Aragorn and the elf somehow. Is it that battle scene? As of right now, again, nothing really stuck out, unfortunately, as like my absolute favorite, but if I had to choose, it would probably be towards the end where they had that battle scene where Aragorn and the elf were kicking ass, and then even Ned Stark, when he was getting it clapping too. It was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of, and I think I mentioned this in my reaction too, kind of strange how there could be like thousands, or let's just say hundreds of those orcs, and they're fighting literally just 3 people, and those 3 people walked away. Well, 2 of them walked away, like nothing happened. Well, I guess the dwarf put in some work too. So we're fighting 4 people, and only one of them died, and that one, while he was dying, took down like another 10. Like at a certain point, you got to be like, okay, like I know these are my heroes and stuff, but like how unrealistic is this? And then like even like the orcs, when they got to 2 hobbits, I would have thought that they would have kept trying to find the other hobbits, like at least Frodo, because I think they saw Frodo, so they should at least know there's 3, I would think, unless they just don't recognize the face and such. But because there were some that were closer to Frodo that died, so once further back, maybe not have gotten a good look. But I think even before the orcs left to find them, the elf that they were taking charges from mentioned that there was, I think he mentioned there was 4 elves, or 4 hobbits or something. Nonetheless, assuming that's correct, I'm just surprised that the orcs just took 2 and left rather than continuing to search for the rest, given there were so many of them remaining. That they could have like split up and took over the whole land really and found him eventually. So that surprised me. But yeah, I would say for a favorite moment, I would say like that end where they fought was pretty cool. And I guess also the she-elf where she conjured that water to knock, I guess the 9 people, the 9 off their trail. That was pretty cool too. Least favorite moment has to be, am I gonna say Gandalf dying? I want to say Gandalf dying just because I want to see more of him, so that kind of is unfortunate. And then again, let me preface by saying least favorite moment, as in the moment kind of sucked, but it didn't take away from the movie at all. Because there's differences, you know, like there's something you're gonna say, okay, like they just did that, they shouldn't have done that. Like there's no value add to the movie by them doing that. Versus at least for a moment, I was like, okay, I can see how this is a movie, but I dislike how that happened. Like, oh, that sucks, you know. So that's the angle I'm coming in with. So seeing Gandalf die was the least favorite moment, because I'm like, damn, he really died. They was skeptical on that. And then I guess the other least favorite would probably be, just take away everything I said about Gandalf. Definitely my least favorite moment is the first time Frodo got stabbed when he put on the ring by the Nine crew, whatever they're called. Bro started crawling backwards rather than getting up. Then he got to a standstill because he backed into like a wall or a log or something, so he couldn't go further back. Puts on his ring and then stays there. Doesn't get up with his ring on, invisible, and run somewhere else. Doesn't roll over, nothing. Just stays there. So that's my least favorite moment. Favorite and least favorite characters. I would say my favorite are for sure the elf and Aragorn. They're badass and they put in work. I remember seeing the elf in the Hobbit movies, and he was such a savage. I'm kind of confused on, and I don't want to look it up for any spoilers, so if you guys can let me know in the comments, I'll actually be extremely helpful. On the she-elf, like, is she the same? Is she supposed to be the same role as the she-elf in the Hobbit movies, the one that the elf had a crush on or loves? Is that supposed to be the same person? Because she seemed to love, was it Aragorn? Yeah, I think she loved Aragorn. So is that the same person? No, because she was badass too. But or did she die? Because that was one thing that confused me. Because I could have sworn one of them died. Either the elf or the she-elf died in the Hobbit, but I don't remember which one. But maybe neither of them did. Nonetheless, my favorite is either Aragorn. It's tied between Aragorn and the elf. They both put in work. They both seem like great people, very noble, very skilled, and I also like the she-elf. My least favorite is probably Frodo, and not because he's like a bad character or anything. It's just strictly least favorite because he doesn't put in work. He just seems to be a burden so far, and that might be harsh. But like even like the other hobbits, like they put in some work, with like throwing rocks and stabbing, hitting with pans or something like that. You know, like they put in some work. Whereas in him, he has like brief instances of figuring things out, like the riddle to open that door, or I think he might have a stab or two, but for the most part, he just always seems to be not helpful. So I know he has a big task ahead of him that he's taking on himself. So I'm expecting huge progressions from him from a character development perspective in the next Lord of the Rings. But in regards to this movie so far, he's probably my least favorite. But I also did not appreciate how that wizard, I'm pretty sure he's a wizard, turned on Gandalf and sided with the bad people. He always gave me vibes of being an evil wizard in The Hobbit, but he was good, so that caught me off guard. So I'm wondering now, what makes this darkness so bad for him to turn, whereas in the darkness in the Hobbit movies wasn't bad enough? That's intriguing. Because he's... yeah, that's intriguing. Yeah, something to think about. I wonder if I can get the answer to that. Probably not, though. Biggest takeaway? I would say, surprisingly... So I didn't really have a takeaway. But something that is definitely surprising to me is that it seems like they're really pushing Frodo to do this journey alone. And I know he's taking Sam with him, but that doesn't really count. Because, I don't know, it's like it's just one other person, you know? Oh, I guess it does count. I don't want to be too critical. Regardless, what I was going to say was, I guess the biggest takeaway that I would expect it to have is kind of like teamwork makes the dream work, you know, stick together. You can't do things alone. Kind of like how Harry Potter, again, I don't want to keep comparing Harry Potter, but kind of like in Harry Potter, Harry kept trying to do things alone, and Hermione and Ron were like, dude, like, how thick is your skull? We're doing this together. You can't do this alone. And Dumbledore would keep telling him, you can't do this alone, like, involve others. Voldemort, like, he thought he could do everything alone and love no one else and all that. So I thought, like, that was going to be kind of like the message when Frodo kept getting, like, pressured or, like, felt the burden of having this obstacle. The people would be like, oh, we're going to be there with you, and he would eventually want them to be there with him. But yet the elf, in turn, was like, yeah, this is something you gotta do alone. You can't bring people with you. And he essentially was trying to go alone before Sam caught up to him and almost drowned. And then even like the Aragorn, like he was like, yeah, like go on without us kind of thing. Like I would love to go with you, but this is something you do on your own. Like that's just surprising to me. Not bad, because I do think people need to take their own journeys, but just surprising. Because I feel like there's very many cliches of movies of like what I just said, like Harry Potter. We do this together, we're all in this together, the High School Musical kind of thing. So to see that this cliche wasn't pushed in the movie was kind of interesting to see. So yeah, that would be my answer for like the biggest takeaway. Would I rewatch this movie? I want to say no. That's my initial response. Maybe one additional time just to see it all come together again. But for the most part, I would not watch this movie. It was good, but I feel like it wasn't something that I would care to watch again. I feel like there's other movies that I value more, and there's other movies that I find more interesting. This one, again, I love long movies, so this one checked that box, but I feel like with the time that it had, I just didn't really feel like any emotional attachment to anything in particular. I just felt like I was watching a piece of art rather than like appreciating a piece of art. So yeah, I, as of right now, would not watch this movie again. And with that leads me to the infamous rating, where I rate movies on a scale 1 through 11. Essentially a scale 1 through 10, with 11 being only for the utmost excellent, Mount Rushmore-esque, life-changing, whatever you want to call it, movies that are just your favorites. So on a scale of 1 through 11, I would rate the 2001 film, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. That's what it's called, right? Yeah, let's go. I would rate it, I want to say a 7, and I think that's what my score is going to be. I think one of the Hobbit movies I rated a 7, and I definitely prefer this over the Hobbit movies, but I think a 7 to 7.5 is too generous, honestly. So I'm just going to rate it a 7 and call it a tie or something, or downgrade whatever that Hobbit score was. I definitely would rate this a 7 because I definitely think it was an average movie. I just am a little disappointed that I didn't feel what everyone else feels when they watch this movie. There must be something wrong with me, which kind of sucks, but I'm glad I was finally able to watch it, and I'm glad it wasn't abysmal like the Hobbit movies. So that's my score for this movie. And with that is my reaction and review to the 2001 film, The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. If you're watching this, that means you stuck it out to the very end, and I really appreciate it. Let me know down below what you thought of my reaction and my review. Was I too critical? Was I not critical enough? Do you think some of the points I made were spot on, or was I just way off? Also, I know this is a film that many people have watched many times over, so there's something that you think I missed that I'm not fully appreciating, definitely let me know down below. You guys saw me answer some questions about this movie. I'm going to leave those same questions down below in the description. I'd love to see those being filled in the comment section with your responses. I'd love for this to be a community of people that come together and answer critical questions and really challenge themselves and others on the movies they're watching, and also just share their knowledge. So let's let this be one movie that we continue that with. If there's any other questions you want me to answer about this movie, let me know down below. If there's any questions you think I should start asking going forward for other reactions, let me know down below as well. If you're enjoying my content, you should consider subscribing, liking, and commenting that down below so I can keep going, and that way the YouTube algorithm shows other people as well, as they might be interested in content like this. Or you can also just share it with them. If you're so interested and you want to see my full-length reaction, feel free to check out my Patreon link down below. If you want to stay up to date with me, you can either turn on post notifications on, or check me out on my social medias linked down below as well. Now, there's going to be 2 options on the screen for you to click. One side is going to be what YouTube thinks you would want to watch, and the other side is going to be the playlist where I'm going to put the future Lord of the Rings series. If there's something else you think you'd be interested in watching, feel free to check out my channel where you'll see all the other videos I've posted. Thank you so much for your time. Now let's watch the next one.